And talking, I kind of look down from time to time because I'm watching where my feet are so I don't trip up over them. And a while ago, I put a limit on my view time on YouTube so I didn't spend all day mindlessly watching YouTube. And so here I am in the middle of my live, and I look up and it says take a break. So I guess it kicked me off of my live. Hi Heather, what did it look like on your end? Did it just all of a sudden just stop? I'm gonna have to take that off because who knew? I feel like the only thing that I've done today, oh, yeah, well, I guess it automatically ended for me. No, you know what? It wasn't buffering because I lost signal or anything like that. It was buffering because my YouTube has some kind of reminder for time limits of view time, and I put that on a while ago. So now I know I need to take it off. It's kind of like if I've been sitting around for 4 hours watching YouTube, it'll remind me to take a break. But bummer that it happened in the middle of my live. So I don't even know how long I lasted on that one, maybe 20 minutes. But I think what I'm gonna do is probably from where I am, take it off, LOL. Oh yeah. Hamida, I thought you were telling me to do something else there for a second. Where was I in my thoughts? I'm probably just gonna finish my walk, like loop back to the house, and I'll be done my live. So I guess I put 2 short lives in today. Well, you keep talking in your conversation, your mind has moved on to a different thought, and then you see the comments are replying to something that you said a couple minutes ago. So you really got to be on your toes. Maybe I'll walk out instead of going down the road, which was the path that I drive on or walk on. I think maybe I'll go and see if we can walk up to the fence line. The fence isn't there, but the markers are. See how it looks out there. And I'm pretty sure. Hi, Jonesy. I'm pretty sure these are only my dogs here. There's nothing else that I can see for footprints. We did get a dusting of snow a couple days ago. I'm just trying to see if my dogs are stationary or moving. They'd be way more excited if they found something, I think. Right before I decided to, Goga, I had my YouTube reminder to take a break, threw me off of my live. So now I know, I don't even know how I got there before to put that on. I'm gonna have to do some research to find out how to get it off. I'm trying to think. So you're a lot, this is Jovita. You're a lot south of where Jared used to live, because I know I've been watching them for a couple years now. They got snow when they used to live next to Tom and Rhonda. But Goga, when I hit dismiss, because there's 2 buttons. When the reminder comes on, it says take a break or dismiss. I hit dismiss. Yes, it is, Lila. It just threw me back to the YouTube page. Okay. Because I didn't remember the name Terrell, but Terrell got snow that one time. Yeah, I didn't have the option to go back to my old live. Although I wonder if it's still running. No, because if I hit the live button to start another one, it used to say to you, you have a live going, do you want to go back to that one? Because I've done that where my battery died and then I just jumped back into my live. It's still running. Well, hello, butt nuggets. It used to say resume. Well, I started a new one, Goga, because I'm so out of touch with how to work YouTube. I gotta get back into practice. Oh, look at this. Do you guys have... I'm taking my glasses off to show you. Do you see that? I've got millions of those. And they're not regular ladybugs. They're like the Asian ones that bite you. And I don't want to use chemicals so much in my house. I'll be washing dishes and I'll have about 50 of them crawling on my window. Yeah, they're the Asian ones. Hi, Rem. Everyone's just having a chill Sunday, or is this a good time to be live? Seeing so many people. I guess I lost a lot from the other one. Jonesy, do you have the same bugs? I scan the camera over to show you the dogs running on the hill, but it just doesn't look like what it is in real life. I've been watching some odd movies lately. I just watched the movie Susie. Loved it. Yeah, I used to not kill any of these bugs because I was like, oh, they don't harm us. They can live in my house. They'll eat the pests off the plants, because they do. They do work that way. But once you get bitten by one of them, then it's like, okay, I don't care anymore. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, YouTube kicked me off my live and I didn't know how to get back to it, so I just started a new one. But I don't know if you guys can see. I guess this area had some long grass laying down, quite a few weeds in here. I just walked through an area that was very poor. It was mostly sand. But I've never had any of this fenced in. And this whole area would be huge for the horses to be. Like maybe in a drier year, I wouldn't be out of grass so fast. Like honestly, 20 to 30 acres at least that hasn't been fenced in. And I know when you go down the hill to where I want to put the dugout or pond, there's nice green grass there because it's close to water. And the reason we have water there is, for where I am, my well is 80 feet. Yeah, I just read that blistering barnacles. I don't know how to go and end it. And from where I'm standing to where I want to dig that pond is an 80-foot drop. So that's why we have marsh. Oh. Now I wonder, is this the new stick or old stick? You guys can't see the stick. But I don't see paint on this one. Well, this is odd. This is not one of their stakes. I wonder if I put that up years ago. Well, I'm gonna head this way. I can't see any stakes. Goga, are you making fun of me? Oh, you're talking about the old live. This is why I can't wait. I can't wait until, I'm just reading your comments, that's why I paused, until I can get this fence going again, because then I'll know exactly what the edge of my property is, and then just wander about freely. Although this is going to be a really big problem, because I cannot see, my fence is way on the other side of this hill, and to stretch a string line between posts is going to be crazy. You guys will be listening to me huff and puff all the way back up this hill. To be walking around with barely any snow. 80 acres, Jovita, at the end of July or end of February. This is just a gorgeous day. I'm missing some comments here. Well, you're welcome, Lila. I used to do these all the time. I guess I got lazy this year. And to think of the temperatures last year, they were much colder than what I did this year. I'm looking for a stake that's painted orange on top. Well, Jovita, haven't really done anything with this property. That's why all the trees are growing in it. Like, if you had unlimited amounts of money, you could really work over the land, plant grass for the horses. It might take me a lot of years, maybe a decade or more. Oh, I see the stake finally. So yeah, from where I was, if that was an old stake I put up, we were way off. Anyway, I want to get wood fences. Similar to those places you see in Kentucky, but I don't know. I don't know what my, you guys can't see that in the camera. I'm going to walk up to it right away though. I don't know what my last thought was. Wooden fences, just in case people like Jack. Just reading, going back up the comments to see if I missed something. So I'm not going all the way to the bottom of this hill because then I'm really going to be panting. Am I forgetting people's names? Which one is Jamie? because I'm wondering, am I not seeing some comments? Let's see. I've got live chat on. Anyway, there's quite a bit of a drop here. I can't wait to put the fence here because it's going to be almost vertical here. Oh, okay. Blistering barnacles? I did not know. Sorry about that. I think I've always ever called you blistering. But somewhere in this area, in the swamp, is the end of my property. So to the final corner, which is somewhere over there, now the camera's focusing on my finger, to what I'm gonna walk up to right away is where I would stretch a line. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do that. To stretch the line and it doesn't hit the ground so that I have a straight line. And I don't even know where that post is in the back because in the summer it was all cattails. See, blistering, that's my memory then. Or I should say Jamie. I haven't been there in ages. It was all cattails and I was unable to see where the corner is. The guys kind of told me approximately where I should go to find it, but I never bothered because I didn't have my fence ready to do it. So here's a stake. And now that I found the stake, I'm seeing the old, you can see the dog is walking on it, the old tire tracks from their truck. I almost need to come paint these again because the paint faded over winter. Well, there we go. So, oh, I'm starting to pant. From here, and you guys saw I was standing on the edge of that hill that goes down into the swamp. I have to stretch a line. That's 100 meters. And that's what I've been doing at the other beginning side. Okay, this is a big incline here. Paint them pink. Well, I guess the winter weather has taken the paint off maybe, because I see a very faint line of orange. But yeah, or even tie some tape to it. I could do that too. Whew. But here we have more of a, I don't know if you guys can see it. So I guess I own a pine tree right here. That's pretty cool. Let me catch my breath here. In the distance, you can see the plowed field. It's actually been planted with ryegrass, I think, this year. That's not mine, for anybody who's kind of hasn't seen me do the walk. I guess I don't know what kind of tree it is. I'm gonna say it's a maple. There's a maple tree in the middle of the picture. That is pretty much where the end of my property is. I can see the next post. I don't know if you guys can though, because it's so tiny in the picture. But we're gonna head down in a bit again. And then this next post is gonna be another problem to run a string line on it. Like, where am I? I'm in the province of Manitoba. Is that what you mean? Canada? Kind of towards the south. I don't live far from the #1 highway. And kind of right in the middle of Manitoba. So here's the next post. And I love spruce trees, but that's not mine. That's the neighbor's. Upstate New York. Yeah, I would say kind of we're at the same, well, you're a little bit south, but you're more east, and I'm central Canada. So if I pan back, there's a pretty sun in the sky, but I can't see the post that I just walked from because it's on the other side of the hill. Whereas I can see the post from here to there, to the next one. But here's the problem. If I have a string coming straight to this one, yes, I'm above South Dakota. The string, I don't know if you can see the dog at the bottom of this little dip. It's gonna be like 20, 30 feet above ground at that point. So I'm gonna have to figure out something to weigh down the string so that it's not touching the ground, but it's close enough to the ground that I still can dig my post straight. So I'm gonna have to get creative there. All right, hopefully this is enough that it's not slick. It was very hard. It's not deep because the grass is poking out of it. Yeah, had I kept up with my lives all winter, I wouldn't have had to snowshoe once, I don't think. Oh, you guys can see me in the corner there. All right, past the snow patch. I'm just looking at, I don't know if that tree rotted or something hit it, but it's down now. So you can see how close I am right here to the neighbor's field. And they don't work on it, they rent that out. But we still have, I put my fence line, well, the posts are right on the edge of the property, but I'm putting my fence line 5 feet in. So even if it fell over, it would still be on my property. Jovita, the first year I was here, of course I think I did come here with a dog, but we're new to the property. And the guy who sold me the place had, I think it's called kidney failure when you get dialysis. They were always going into the city to get dialysis, and I don't think they were living here very much. because when I sat in my living room, a string of coyotes walked right through my yard. And so then when deer hunting season came, I don't know if the deer were migrating or what, but that alfalfa field I just walked by, I had a couple hundred deer in that field. And they do that from time to time. You'll see them in big groups. And there was one morning I came out because I have all my hunter safety and my FAC and whatever you need to hunt. I came out, but I'm not a hunter. I came out with a coffee right to the round pen, and there was at least 20 deer just all in this area, like further up because I'm kind of downhill, closer to the cottonwood tree. And I think I shot at about 3. I nicked 1. Okay, thanks, Heather. I nicked 1, but I followed him too soon. And he had laid down in the bush, but because I came right after him, when I saw him, he got up and he started running. Well, he ran through the ravine, and it came out right where I was standing and showing you the corner of my property. He scared out, like he was just a young buck. He scared out this monster buck. And so both of them were running off in the distance, and that was the last time I hunted. And then I thought, well, I still get beef from my dad. I don't really have to buy meat. And my dad hunts, so then he'll give me some too. But that year, I think a person I knew asked to hunt here, a student, and they don't live too far from here, like the family asked if they could hunt, and I know the sister caught a deer here. And then I remember one person asked to come get the deer because I guess they shot it and then it jumped onto my property. So that's about it. I know, and then I guess in that same year I was walking at the south part of my alfalfa field, and a guy came walking through my ravine. And I just stood there and I looked at him and I said, "You're on my property." He goes, "Oh, I didn't know where the borders were." So he acted dumb, which I didn't buy for a second, because if you're that stupid and you don't know where you're going, you shouldn't be out hunting. But he got caught, so he was trying to act like he wasn't guilty. But so anyway, when I started this, you saw some posts I threw down at that last marker. And it's so odd, these markers seem like they're closer together, but it's just because the land is flatter here. I bet if I hammered a little bit with my post hole digger in the beginning, there wouldn't be much frozen area that I would have to dig through. I know there's a clay spot here. It makes it harder to dig. But yeah, kind of looking forward to getting back to this. I thought I would have rolled out the wire before winter set in, but I guess I just put the work off too much. So that's what 5 feet looks like right there. Where Bo is the stake. And this is my post. I know I don't really have anything to offer right now, but if you guys could tell me, I don't know if you guys are all on your phones. I know you can't see it on a phone, or at least I can't. Do you guys see a join button? If there's anybody watching from a computer. That's pretty good though. The the twine is still up. Looks good. Awesome, Lila. I have to get myself a little bit more organized with that. But I was excited. My daughter made little horseshoes. Heather, what kind of phone do you have? And so, Beth, I don't have an Android. I never see it on my phone. I have an iPhone. I gotta go see what this looks like. It looks like a pail. Oh, or maybe it's the twine that I left here all winter. Android, yeah, so it must be an iPhone thing. But here we go. I still have my tamping stick out here, or rod, I should say, because it's metal. Hi, Rikishi. Yeah, so this is what I saw in the distance. I'm like, what did I leave out here by accident? But I didn't. It's just the twine that I stretch. So, if you saw in the distance when I looked at the twine, this one's at the top of the post. But when you go down the distance, there's points where it's just a couple inches off of the ground. And then, yeah, it hits one pole and it doesn't the others. But I'm much happier with, oh, I can see it's stuck on something in the distance. I'll have to fix that when I'm ready to work outside. It's not perfect, but it is so much better than what I used to have. Because the first time I put my fence up, I don't think I laid any kind of a string. I think maybe I did a wire, and a wire is not going to give you a straight line. And I know it was pretty good, but it's even better now. So which way am I going to come back? What am I up to now? 32? I know YouTube will edit all that. From the time I got cut off, they'll just make the video shorter. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me. I know my YouTube lives have been cut short because of battery, or in the beginning, like 2 years ago, we didn't have good service and it would cut out. And I remember people would be upset and they'd give thumbs down. Oh, but Jovita, it would have been buffering for how long on that one? I'm not even sure if I made it to 20 minutes. But anyway, I think it's a good time. Maybe I'll walk around here. That way I won't have to climb over a fence. But there's quite a bit of snow in this area because it's all shaded. Twice as many oh yeah. I guess if you did it there and you came here and did it. I have to get back into the groove of going live. I don't know, sometimes you feel like when you do the same thing over and over again, I don't know if that's entertaining for people to watch, because it's only one property and I can only walk in so many directions. Yes, see, that sounds right, Heather. The one thing that was neat, I ordered a load of hay, and the guy who delivered it to me has a um, I don't know what you call it. You call it a trailer? What you load? A self-dumping trailer, I guess is what you would call it. Because I can move bales around with my tractor, but the hydraulics are not strong enough to lift the bale up high. And so it becomes a problem unloading the trailer. So this guy loaded 18 bales on his trailer. And he backed up and just dumped it in the yard. It was awesome. I look at all the baby trees that came from my row of pines. One day it's gonna look like a forest here. The one thing I was able to do is they came stacked too high, like 2 bales high. I was able to move them around so that if it did snow or rain, it just falls off the bale and it doesn't get trapped on that second, from the second layer down to the first. Hey Peter, one thing is, we were talking about it too, because we just got that tractor fixed. My dad did it for me. I think I paid $1,500 for that tractor, and it's lasted 15 years, so I'd say I got my money's worth from it. And then I ripped out the gate, getting ready. I'm gonna put one of the red ones in here, I think, instead of this one. Yeah, Jonesy, what's the temperature there? Are you coming to the end of summer, would you say? Are you coming into fall? Hi, James. I say thank you to everybody for coming in. This was just a spur of the moment. Had my tools worked, I would have been fixing my truck or replacing that battery. But yeah, like, the ground can't be that bad that I can kick around the sand. 30 degrees, wow, perfect day. Well, there you go. Look at 21 and 39. That puts me at 60 minutes, doesn't it? Perfect timing to come back. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in and coming for a walk with me. It's been a while. I can't say I'm going to commit to this weekly, but I think I'm going to have to get out to do more lives. So maybe we'll see you next weekend. Once again, thank you. Now I got to remember how to get out. I will see you next time.